up, guild friends. We're going on a trip down memory lane. A while ago, we bought a polymer clay set for the girls with 50 colors, tools, and the silicone mold, and jewelry supplies. And it was Amazon's choice for Polymer clay. We should have been worried. It was well reviewed, so we bought it and we tried it, and the clay was sticky and it was weird, and we didn't like it, so we put it away for months. And then I thought maybe if we leached it.
Polymer clay is clay that can be baked and cured in a regular oven.
There are many brands, including Sculpey and female.
Polymer clay is easy to work with and can be sanded and cooled once baked.
It can also be painted. Acrylic paint is best.
Some paints react with the surface of cured clay and make it sticky forever.
Read the package instructions for baking time and temperature.
The leaching process involves putting the clay in regular copy paper and folding it over, and you put weight on it for like half an hour and it gets all that oil out. So those are the pieces of paper afterwards. And then after they were leached, then we decided to knead it because this clay was like crumbly and chunky and weird, but still greasy. How it could be greasy and also crumbly, I don't know. With regular polymer clay, the warmth of your hands will soften it up and you can just knead it a little bit and it's great. This clay took more work. I've used polymer clay for work a lot of times. I've used Super Sculpey to make props, and we've used Super Sculpey to make sculptures at home, larger ones with armatures. We'll do a video on that later, but this is unusual for us using the colored clay. It was an adventure.
Yes.
So this was me experimenting with the clay to see if I could get something I liked. So I got this pansy, which was really cute. And then it all bled together and it didn't, like, the colors didn't stay true. So then I made this flower and it was really cute. And then the colors all bled together and didn't stay true. So then we got out our 5-year-old Sculpey from Tyler's closet that was all mashed together, and we sorted out the colors and kneaded them together. And then we started making beads. And so we've got pictures of the finished beads in the corners so you can see kind of what we're heading for.
Mine are super cute. Mine are super duper cute.
Yep. What part did you like best?
All the parts.
I like my little dinosaur. It's cute.
The beads.
You liked the beads?
Yes.
This is me making these swirly beads, so you can see the green swirl in the bottom. So basically I rolled out the 3 colors. You pick colors that have high contrast, and then you clean up the edges so you have nice square edges. And then you make sure that they're nice and squished together, and then you roll it up, and then you squish it, and you stretch it, and then you can start rolling it out. You cut off the ends because they're always kind of a mishmash, and then the ends can be used for the insides of the beads and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So now I'm going to make the pink and purple swirl. So it's the same process. I knead it, and then I was using the pasta roller to make to roll them out, but you don't have to have a pasta roller. You could use a marker to roll it out. We're using such small amounts. This is the ends that I cut off, and I'm making the inside of the shape of the elephant. And then I'm taking slices off of the cross sections off and putting them around the elephant and squishing them onto the base. I made a little log of the mishmash clay, and then I'm putting all of the little slices all around it. And then once I've got it all covered in slices, I rolled it out, and I used this piece. I cut off a chunk for the trunk, and then I divided what was left into 4 and used that for the legs. And then I blended the legs into the body. You have to kind of blend it in or they'll fall off. And then I used more slices to kind of reinforce those joints. Working on the booty. There's his little tail, and then thick slices squashed to make the ears, and then it's blending all of it together, and there's the little elephant.
It's so cute.
Aw. Okay, so this is making the beads. Same process. It's a chunk of random clay in the middle, and then the slices get squashed around the outside and rolled together. And you can use all different cross sections, all different little slices of different colors and stuff. It's kind of fun to mix it up. And then these are the jewelry parts that came with the kit. So I made a little keychain, and I made a couple of longer beads on the little hoop. And then this is how we made the magnets. We put them in a silicone mold. Silicone's great because you can bake it. Here we are all making our little animals. So there's the finished animals in the middle. That's Ty's dinosaur, purple and teal, and Sam's narwhal, which she did the kind of marbly texture of the clay. So if you twist a couple of colors together, then you end up with sort of a marble texture. And so she made a little marble narwhal. And the tortoise has a stripy belly. It's my favorite part, so I'm pointing it out because it's adorable.
If you want to do like the smaller details, like the smaller little spikes on my dinosaur, you can just take your already rolled up swirls and just roll them smaller and then cut them up.
So when you're making the figures, you have to make sure if you've got like the heads of the elephants and the tortoise and the dinosaur, they're sticking out. They're kind of hanging off of the sculpture, and when the clay bakes, it gets softer. This is oven-baked clay, and it gets softer in the oven, so you have to support stuff that's sort of might sag once it gets hot. And you can do that just with regular aluminum foil. You can just make balls of it, crumple it up, and stick it underneath things to support it. So you can see the giraffe is getting some support. There's your finished monster all wrapped up, and these are Sam's finished beads. Very nice.
And a monster.
And your finished magnet. And these are Ty's finished beads and magnets. And she made a little face, experimented with a clay face in one of the molds. And these are some more of them that I was working on. Those are little twisted beads. Those are kind of nice. And these are our little animals, our menagerie. So we got Ty's dinosaur and the derpy giraffe and
The derpy tortoise.
The derpy tortoise, a little cute narwhal, and the two elephants.
I drew the face on.
With the swirls.
And
the swirls were the easiest to kind of put together, so did a lot of swirly. This is a comparison, the bad clay on the left, the cheap clay, and it kind of turned gray and all the colors blended together. And then the good clay on the right, the Sculpey. And you can see the colors did not blend together. Okay, here we are. This is me sanding the back of the magnets to make them flat so that they'd sit nicely. And then this is gluing the magnets into the backs of the clay. Had a little mishap here. Magnets are fun. Hop, jump! Yeah, it landed on a metal cabinet next to the table. It jumped 5 feet onto the metal cabinet. Here's all the finished magnets on our fridge.
It jumped to space.
When this is making a necklace out of some of the beads, so I lined them up. I figured out what order I wanted to put them in, and then I threaded them on. And then Sam modeled it for me. It's a really, it's a big necklace there, but I think it's cute. I like the colors.
Thank you for watching.
If you'd like to join the guild, check out our Patreon for more fun stuff.
It's so fun.